Honored to be speaking to such an amazing class. When I first found out that I would be, I felt terrified. I had no idea what I was going to say. I whimpered and whined to my parents, my brothers, my friends, my teachers, and eventually to complete strangers if they would listen. And finally, my fiancée, Christina, who's graduating with us today, gave me some advice. She said, "Cut it out, Brandon. You've given campus tours for 4 years, right? To hundreds and hundreds of families. You're prepared for this, so shut up and do it." At the time, that made a lot of sense. Looking out on you all right now, it makes a little less sense. But I know to take good advice when it's offered, so at Christina's suggestion, I'm going to take you all on a short tour today. A very short tour of our brief time at Regis, which I hope you'll all enjoy. The first stop on our tour, of course, was orientation 4 years ago. We showed up with a duffel bag and a dream. At least the guys did. Plenty of the ladies pulled up with a U-Haul truck bigger than the room they were about to move into. You know who you are. We hurriedly shook hands with all the people we met, not knowing that they would become the friends who would make us laugh, watch our backs, console us, love us, and make the last 4 years the best of our lives. As we walk through freshman year, we're on a tour, remember, you'll notice that we didn't always make the best decisions. Yes, the Sodexo cheeseburgers were the best thing on the menu. But one quickly realized when that's all you ate, that the freshman 15 was really the least of your worries. Yes, climbing the side of Main Hall seemed like a good idea at the time, as did jumping off of Tony Z's roof that one night. Luckily, we all had 400 new friends to take care of us. As we continue our tour into the next few years, you'll see how quickly we all grew up. We declared majors, found jobs, sought out leadership roles, and tried to change the world. We began to truly engage with the fundamental question behind our Jesuit education: how ought we to live? We left behind the chaos and irresponsibility of freshman year, or most of us did. As we continue along, we'll need to step off the beaten path for a moment. We'll need to extend our tour, as we extended our educations, into the streets of downtown Denver, the subways of Washington, D.C., the rich histories of Europe, and the almost mystical communities of South America. We tried to wrap our heads around the tough stuff, the inequality of our world, the poverty, the injustices at home and abroad that we don't see on the news. Those of our class who embraced this opportunity were changed forever, and they brought that change back with them to Regis. Here at home, we found ourselves trying to make sense of all that we had learned in the context of the world around us. The easy classes were behind us, and we were forced to engage deeply in challenging conversations at the 400 level, unless, like me, you put off your introductory science course until the last semester of your senior year. Thank you, Dr. Taylor. Or you studied communications. Kidding aside, we had finally arrived at senior year, and we realized our time was coming to a close. And although few of us imagined that the world was really ending in 2012, we certainly partied like it was. At the same time, we discovered that it wasn't our professors who drove our learning, but ourselves. Some took that as an opportunity to doze, true, guilty. Others genuinely embraced the challenge through in-depth research, independent study, and indescribably complex theses and capstone projects. Whether we ran every step, casually jogged, or were literally dragged along, we all reached the finish line. Which takes us finally to the last stop on our tour. This, today, right here. I know for many of our class, the class of 2011, including yours truly, the future looks pretty scary. A lot of us don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, much less a year from now. And it doesn't help when everyone you talk to asks, what are you going to do with that English degree? Or that biology degree, or business, or whatever it may be. True, we may have no idea, but that isn't the point. The point is that it's a degree from Regis University, and Regis has taught us over the past 4 years what it means to be successful no matter what we do. Our time here has taught us to be men and women in service of others, like our classmates and friends who walked in solidarity with the poor and marginalized in El Salvador. It has taught us to be part of a community, whether that be through a cure group on campus, through thankless work with student government, or as part of that group who always seems to keep the party going at Hilltop. your work is appreciated too. Our time here has taught us to overcome boundaries in our lives, be it the death of a close family member, of which our class has known far too many, or simply a newfound ability to wrestle with ambiguity, to nurture complexity, and to recognize, in the words of Mother Teresa, because it is Mother's Day, that what we can do with our life will only ever be a drop in the ocean, but that if the drop were not there, the ocean would be missing something. We might not have a clue right now what the future holds, but that's okay. We're prepared to be successful, to take on whatever may come, as learners who have become leaders. So before you whimper and whine about your future to anyone who will listen, recall the wise words of Christina. You're prepared for this, so shut up and do it. The next time someone asks you what you're going to do with that English degree, or that philosophy degree, or communications, or whatever it may be, I want you to tell them, I might not know exactly, but I do know that whatever I do, I'm going to do it well. I'm going to make the world a better place, and I'm going to have a damn good time doing it. Thank you.